The storm has hit Atlanta, and it's bigger than anyone expected. Falcons fans, what I'm about to tell you could change the way you see this entire season. Behind the quiet doors of Flowery Branch, a truth has been brewing, one that the national media hasn't caught on to yet. It's a story of heartbreak, hidden battles, and the kind of uncertainty that can make or break a team's destiny. On Friday afternoon, the bombshell dropped. Our lockdown corner, the man who's been the heartbeat of this defense, won't be suiting up for Week 3 against Carolina. To the outside world, it looks like a simple hamstring injury. Just another name on the injury report. But if you've followed this team long enough, you know there's more to the story. This wasn't a routine setback. The injury came in the dying seconds of the first half against Minnesota, a moment so small most people missed it. But the whispers coming out of the building now? They're chilling. When Coach Morris says, week to week, fans need to understand what that really means. It's not reassurance. It's code. It means nobody truly knows when, or if, he'll be back at full strength this year. Think about that for a second. The very player who's been the anchor of this secondary, the one who takes away half the field and lets the rest of the defense play fearless, is suddenly a question mark. Without him, the identity of this defense could unravel overnight. And here's where it gets even darker, the silence. The organization isn't telling the full story yet. The mainstream headlines won't dig this deep. But the more you connect the dots, the more it feels like we're standing at the edge of a turning point. Falcons fans, this isn't just about one player missing a week. This could redefine our entire season. And that's only the beginning. The moment they called it an open competition to replace our shutdown corner, everything became clear. This isn't just a temporary patch job. This is a test of survival. The Falcons secondary is standing at a crossroads, and for the young guys waiting in the wings, this is make or break time. Careers can be written in weeks like this. Some will crumble under the weight. But others? They'll rise and change the trajectory of this defense forever. Before panic sets in, let's remember something important. Adversity often forges greatness. This isn't the first time Atlanta has been stripped of a key piece. We've lost stars before, and in those desperate moments, hidden gems have emerged. That's what makes this moment so dangerous, and so exciting. Somewhere on this roster is a player ready to step into the spotlight. The question is, who? But the injury storm isn't done with us yet. Our return specialist, and one of our most promising young receivers, is now locked in concussion protocol. That means another weapon gone, another spark missing when the team needs it most. Every time you think this roster is stable, another domino falls. And yet, somehow, there's a flicker of hope buried inside this chaos. Because when you take pieces off the chessboard, coaches are forced to innovate. They can't play it safe anymore. They have to dig deeper into the playbook, pull out formations they've been holding back, unleash combinations nobody's seen on film. These are the weeks when a season can flip, not because everything went according to plan, but because the plan shattered and something new was born from the pieces. And here's where the light shines brightest, the tight ends. Healthy again. Fully unleashed. The toe issue that held back our primary receiving threat? Gone. And if you know this coaching staff, you know exactly what that means. This offense is about to lean into its power middle, the kind of two tight end looks that can punish linebackers and torch safeties. If the line holds, expect fireworks. But let's not kid ourselves. Injuries are only half the storm. The other half? Whispers of a move that could flip this franchise upside down. The trade deadline may still be weeks away, but the rumors are already shaking the NFL. And at the heart of it, our veteran quarterback. Not just on the market. Ranked as the second biggest trade target in the entire league. Think about that for a second. A man who's been benched, written off by insiders as finished, now stands at the center of the league's gossip mill. But it's not as simple as shipping him off. His contract carries weight. His presence as a backup matters. Every choice the Falcons make with him is a fuse leading to a powder keg. Pull the wrong wire, and the whole season could explode. This is the reality: the Falcons are standing on a knife's edge. Injuries are testing their depth. Trade talks are testing their resolve. And every move from here on out has the power to define the story of 2025. Right now, the entire Falcons organization is balancing on a quarterback tightrope. On one side, you've got the rookie sensation, the spark that's lit up this city, the future face of the franchise who's already taken the reins as the starter. On the other, you've got the veteran, a man pushed to the sidelines, written off by analysts, and labeled as washed up. But here's the question every Falcons fan needs to ask: is he really finished? Or is this team holding a card nobody else sees coming? Think about it. What if keeping the veteran isn't a mistake at all? What if it's the smartest insurance policy in football? Because here's the cold truth: our young star's injury history is real. Every hit he takes has fans holding their breath. And if disaster strikes, having a battle-tested veteran in your back pocket could mean the difference between a season ending in heartbreak, or one ending in a playoff run that shocks the world. And then, of course, there's the money. The NFL is always about the money. We're already locked into a massive 4-year, $180 million deal, with $12.5 million already on the books and another $10 million guaranteed in 2026. That's not pocket change, that's a mountain of cash. Trading him isn't as simple as flipping a switch. It's complicated, messy, and comes with long-term consequences. But maybe, just maybe, the Falcons front office is playing a game nobody else understands. Everyone thinks they're trapped by the contract. But what if the plan was never to escape it? What if the plan is to create the strongest quarterback room in the NFC South? A starter who represents the future, paired with a veteran who's seen every blitz, every coverage, every high-pressure moment the league can throw at him. That's not weakness. That's insurance. That's power. And here's the detail almost no one is talking about: outside of those two quarterbacks, the only other option sits quietly on the practice squad. A player barely mentioned in headlines, but one injury, one trade, one twist of fate, and suddenly, that practice squad quarterback could become the most important man in Atlanta. History tells us stories like this all the time. The unknown player who gets his shot, who turns out to be a diamond in the rough, who takes a good team and makes it great. The Falcons aren't just building a roster. They're setting a chessboard. And whether they trade, keep, or unleash the talent they're hiding, the next move could define the entire season. Here's the thing, Falcons fans: the fact that the organization seems comfortable with this quarterback setup says one of two things. Either they have absolute, unshakable faith in the durability of our young starter, or they know something about that veteran sitting on the sideline that the rest of the league doesn't. Either way, it tells us this isn't an accident. This is a calculated move. What I believe is really happening goes deeper than most people realize. The Falcons aren't just shuffling players around. They're not making random choices. They're executing a long-term strategy, a master plan built to stretch our championship window as wide as possible. Keeping the veteran might look expensive on paper. It might seem unnecessary to casual fans. But what if it's actually the smartest, most forward-thinking move this team could make? Think about what that veteran brings: experience, leadership, the calm that only comes from years under pressure. A presence like that can guide a locker room, keep a young quarterback grounded, and steady a team when the season gets rough. That's not wasted money, that's insurance you can't put a price on. The truth is, some of the best moves in the NFL aren't flashy trades or headline-grabbing signings. Sometimes the smartest decisions are the ones the media laughs at, the ones most people don't understand until years later. Sometimes holding on to what you already have is better than chasing after what you think you need. And that's why this moment feels so important. Falcons fans, we are living through one of the most fascinating chapters in franchise history. Every injury update, every trade rumor, every financial twist with this quarterback situation, it's all part of a bigger picture that could shape the future of this team for years to come. This is what makes Atlanta different. We don't follow the crowd. We don't cave to outside pressure. We build our own way, we control our own destiny, and we rise when people least expect it. The road ahead is unpredictable, but one thing is certain, the next few weeks are going to be wild. Watch closely, because moves are being made right now that could change everything. Falcons Nation, buckle in. The story of this season is just getting started.